released is a cinematic 2.5D action platformer that is just so good. It's developed by Sad Cat Studios, which is their debut game with over 8 years put into this. It is a very stylish game with great combat. I mean, look at how the game opens. Oh shit! Yeah, that shouldn't be possible. You're running through the building and nature getting shot at by cops as you fall into a sewer, all while learning how the game works. The game is split into two halves. One is dedicated to your platforming and puzzle solving sections, which makes taking this dark dystopian world in a lot more palatable than it usually would. I mean, look at these environments. They're beautiful. Easily one of the best looking games I've played, especially for 2026 standards. The game takes place in an alternate dystopian 1984 in a place called Phoenix City, and no, I don't think the year is a coincidental pick. It's very much in tune with the game's themes of humanity, life, and AI. The story is a very slow burn that climaxes at the end. In Replaced, you play as an AI called R.E.A.C.H., Research Engine for Altering and Composing Humans. Jesus, that sounds like endless Frankenstein experiments. Don't you worry though, kids, it's much, much worse than that. R.E.A.C.H. gets trapped in Warren's body, and the goal of the game is to get R.E.A.C.H. back into the computer and out of Warren's mind. If you're thinking this is going to be a game like Mario or Donkey Kong in terms of movement and pacing, think again. The world presented here is at least grounded a good bit. R.E.A.C.H. has weight to him, and his jump feels stubby, but it does the job very well. It never feels like it doesn't do the job at all, if that makes sense. The game will compensate for your jumps, ledge grabs, pole swinging. To be honest, the game has a lot of verticality in it, and puzzles are mostly solved by movement and moving objects rather than flipping switches or turning valves. It's all about the movement, and levels are varied enough where repetition never factored into my thoughts while playing, well, until the end. You'll see. We also get the introduction to the med stim, a healing item that's only used in combat, and oh no, we aren't using down on the D-pad to heal, thank you very much. Med stims are crucial to your survival in this game, especially on hard later, you'll see. In fact, do not, under any circumstances, let your first playthrough of this game be on hard difficulty. I did that, and the game gets punishing by Chapter 5. Boss fights especially, since most have multiple phases. If you do want a healthy challenge, normal is more than serviceable for this game. Eventually, we get to this small town, and look at the devastation here. Holy shit. It's like letting a corporation grow unchecked is a bad thing, who knew? I'll explain more about the world later, let's keep the mystique for now. Meet the termites, assholes who kill indiscriminately, so let's fuck some of them up. The game introduces you to its combat slowly, and I think this is the best approach. It feels like a 2D Arkham game, and it's great. You get more tools later, and it makes the combat feel way more deep than I thought it'd ever be. We eventually get to this section where... This introduces us to the game's stealth sections, which is avoid the glowing area. Sound doesn't matter. If you get spotted, it's an automatic death and restart at the last checkpoint. I should mention that there isn't any way to manually save your game. You can only save via checkpoints, which is fine enough, I guess. I'd prefer save points rather than autosaves if I'm being honest. As I'm going through this town, I'm finding notes and clips telling me more about the world scattered throughout the level. Like a preacher losing his congregation to Phoenix Corporation with the promise of a luxury lifestyle behind the walls, a pawn shop owner tells his worker to check objects brought in from what looks like radiation? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, so wait, did a nuke go off? When, where, and how? Eventually I get trapped by the termites and... holy shit. So we meet Tempest, otherwise known as Rolf Herd.
Oh, fellow neighborhood nutmix!
He's the guy we looked up at the beginning of the game, and also...
I am Rolf, son of a shepherd.
He takes us to our next and maybe the most important destination of the entire game. The station. The station is where we meet disposals, people who have had their organs extracted and dumped over the wall of Phoenix City. Ah, damn, this world is brutal. What the fuck? In the hub area, we can do side quests, and I heavily advise doing them. I did my first playthrough on hard difficulty as mentioned before, so upgrades are essential. We can meet various characters like David here, who needs a lens for his telescope. Allow me to describe how most of these side quests are gonna go. So we go get the binoculars from a girl named Susan, but the only way to get those is to play an arcade game that needs parts for repairs. How do we get the parts for repairs? Well, we go back and vandalize an ATM machine and take the parts back to her. Then we play this arcade game and beat Susan's high score. Then and only then do you get the binoculars. We take them to David, who breaks them and blinds his eye in karma. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. More importantly, the game gives us good rewards for these quests. Like I said, I highly recommend doing them, even on easy, because the rewards are too good to pass up. There are at least 3 quests you can do each time you visit the hub, and I highly recommend exploring the hub to see what's changed anyways, because it's awesome, and I love the art design on it. Another thing I do like about the hub is that it allows you to decompress between major story beats in a peaceful area, just so you can absorb what happened. One thing I don't like though is that it slows the already slow burning plot to a crawl. We also meet the council, who are far more interested in keeping everyone alive than doing anything about Phoenix Corporation. That's fair. I wouldn't want to risk any more of my body parts either for Frankenstein experiments. Time to meet Yo-Yo, a man who literally fixes your gun, which enhances your combat abilities. We also meet Veronica, a woman who literally lost her voice and can only talk with the device on her neck, which is a collar. And of course, the bestest boy in the whole wide world, Excalibur. Good boy. Very good boy. We talk with Tempest and we get to go to the mines for the battery needed to fully repair our pistol. Joy. This area isn't too bad, even if it starts with a stealth section with platforming elements, but we get the first taste of the gun in combat soon enough, and kids, there isn't a more satisfying thing in this game than hitting enemies with the baton, charging the gun, and blowing a mook's fucking head clean off. Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it looks so good, it feels so good. Oh.
Voice sample collected.
Uh-huh.
You aren't even going to ask what I'm going to do with it? Fine! Fuck you then!
You can also fire the pistol to instantly kill an enemy instead of an execution, which is also incredibly useful. We also get the pickaxe, a weapon I hate. You have to use it to slice apart armor from even bigger enemies too. It's too slow and impractical for anything else. If it did heavy damage to enemies, I'd accept it, but basic attacks do more damage than the pickaxe, making it situational at best. It's also used for exploration in these marked walls, where you basically use it to stick to the wall before doing a massive jump. We explore the caves for a while before we kill some more... What the fuck? Oh, they're cannibals? What the fuck?
You said it, Fluga.
What do you want now?
You have been ignoring me. I even reverted back to this voice out of desperation. Now that I know you responded to this one, I will keep it.
Keep what you want, but you're still just an AI.
I have learned and evolved. I can now tell Seinfeld jokes.
Oh, please, no.
What's the deal with...
We meet Uncle Ben.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Wake up. Time to die.
As I explored this mine, I learned that an industrial accident, a gas leak I guess, shut the mine down and trapped people inside to die. Man, I hope Phoenix Corporation didn't become almost an entity on par with the United States government, because that would be a total mistake. We also shut off all this water via a valve puzzle. Remember that for later, because it's going to be relevant for this section of the game. I find people kept here as slaves, which I free almost immediately via this puzzle. And you also have to do this escort quest, which isn't too bad. They even help you with this cart later, and by cart I mean a literal fucking train. Honestly, until you get to chapter 5, most of this game is easy, even on hard skill. The combat isn't too bad, and you know what, you're not going to have a rough time with this game. Here's where the game truly tests your combat abilities thus far, and it takes the kid gloves off. Some of you won't be ready. I was a little ready. If you think Uncle Ben is going to be easy because he's the first boss, think again. He has armor you have to break just to inflict any sort of damage, but he's allergic to bullets.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh shit, he has a second phase. If you're playing this on hard, get ready to die a few times. He's not easy, but when you do beat him, it's satisfying. Well, clearly someone from within Phoenix Corporation did. We jump into the water from the tunnels and mine collapsing, and we get a flashback. Apparently R.E.A.C.H is the future of Phoenix Corp. Who knew? Would be a shame if something happened to that, huh? Chapter 4 is the hub again, so don't forget those upgrades. Oh hey look, Tempest fighting with the Council? I never would have guessed. From here on out, it's spoiler territory, so you've been warned. You should really play and experience this for yourself, because despite the very slow burn of the game, I think it's worth it. Alright AI, put up that tag.
I am not your maid. I refuse, you lazy fat neckbeard.
Fine, I'll roll it myself. Chapter 5 is where the game gives us two new options. One is this double jump, but unlike most double jumps, you can only use it on these specific air currents due to a molecule. Sure, at least it doesn't break the platforming. The other is a combat upgrade that lets you reflect bullets, which is a fine mechanic, I guess. It's hard to use though because you are stuck in the animation and it has a cooldown, meaning you can't just spam it every time you see a red line at your head. If it didn't have the cooldown, I'd be way better with it and it'd be way more useful, but I find dodging bullets to be way more effective. Still satisfying when you kill an enemy though. I forgot to mention this in the script when I was writing it too, but we also get the overdrive ability here. What is overdrive? Overdrive basically allows you to have an infinite ammo pool for a small time, which means instant death to everyone around you. It's like the Berserk from Doom, but you get infinite bullets. Cops are the only other enemy in Replaced. They are faster and more aggressive than termites, and they also shoot faster. They are the worst enemy in the game, and they are also a pain in the ass because they have the most varied patterns.
You're not cops, you're little people.
Speaking of, the Chapter 5 boss kinda sucks. It's two police waves and the commissioner, followed by attacking this generator. I mean, why does this even here? It wastes my time, and every time you die you have to restart the whole fight over again, waves included. You know, this fight would be better if it didn't have all the waves, and maybe if I didn't have to fight the commissioner a bunch of times in between. At least his arm gets crushed on the end.
Nincompoop! Must I hold your hand?
Oh yeah, we're totally bullshitting you, Tempest. So chapter 6 is all about infiltrating the main building, and the game is kind enough to show you how groups of enemies are here to attack you and fuck you up for the rest of the game. They also gain the ability to hack signals, which helps with puzzle solving and keeps the game fresh. You have to play this minigame while hacking, which is actually pretty fun. It feels just right and adds that much more variety into the gameplay. It's basically a vertical game of Tetris. Getting to the workstation now, we find it's basically an inoperable wreck. So we go to the core, power it up, and accomplish our task. Finally, yes, we can give Warren back his body. Whoa, they pulled a Mega Man 03 on us. Cool. Except, Warren is also super dead. So from now on, I'll be referring to the R.E.A.C.H AI as shown in the cutscene as AI from this point on to prevent confusion for people watching or listening. And R.E.A.C.H will obviously be referred to as R.E.A.C.H. We escape with an injured woman back to Chapter 7, the last hub level of the game. I highly recommend looking around everywhere until you can't do anything else, because this is the last time you're going to be able to see the hub. The rewards are awesome. Oh, an extra life in combat? Yes, please. When attempting to leave, Matriarch warns us not to come back. I mean, sure, I've yet to see that train set piece from the trailer anyway, and we're far from the end of this game. Chapter 8 is finally getting to the city itself, and after playing it and watching footage back, I can see why you only have one dedicated chapter to it. It is a 1980s cyberpunk dystopia, which I think shows off how beautiful this game is. It gives off major Blade Runner vibes more than anything else. We have two objectives here. One is to get to Warren's apartment, and the other is a fetch quest, which is okay, I guess. You have to find 4 other sanitation workers to pass through this police checkpoint. Like, I get why it's here, but the whole thing feels tacked on and wastes my time. Especially this platforming section just to hack a bank terminal in the sewers. We get to Warren's apartment to find more info on the AI, and as it turns out, Steven, a real homie, made a program that could delete the AI called Argo. That's cute. So I break open the safe using puzzles found around the apartment, grab Argo, and...
What you gonna do?
What is that weird arm? Like, what even is that? So cornered as we are, we jump out of the window and land right on top of the train section, which is this game's money shot. Enjoy the montage. Eventually we get back to the station and find it under attack by cops. Oh, fuck that.
You're not cops, you're little people.
No. No, you did not just kill that dog. Oh, you're so dead, bitch. The arm is basically a replacement for the pickaxe. It's fine, and it also does some things with environmental objects. Yeah, it's not too big of a deal. We survey the damage and find out the matriarch sold us out for a deal. We'll deal with her later, or not, because while she begs us to kill her when we do get to her, we don't go through with it, instead leaving her to deal with her own demons. The platforming in this game isn't even hard. What is hard are the combat waves, because they kill me over and over and over and over and over again, and I die like at least maybe 10, 15 times. Oh no, replaced. You aren't gonna break me. So Warren created R.E.A.C.H. because he wanted to help people. Well, it was well-intentioned, I guess. R.E.A.C.H. makes the ultimate sacrifice in killing the AI while dying in an explosion which, holy shit, took out the whole building. And I'm assuming this cripples Phoenix Corporation. This end shot right here with Tempest holding a gun up before firing it? Beautiful. A work of art. Replaced rules. It's a game I enjoyed from beginning to end, and while I do think the combat can get very frustrating in the later chapters and hard, the story does make up for it. But for the love of God, do not start this game on hard like I did. Play on normal and then play hard. You will be much better rewarded for doing so.
I now have the ability to do what R.E.A.C.H. did. Soon I shall have the perfect human body, made from only the finest parts.
The finest parts. Listen, you can't just make a body like that. It doesn't work that way unless you're trying to Frankenstein a monster together.
According to this game, you can. Now watch as I send my commands. What? Why was my command not sent?
Holy shit, did you just get angry and frustrated like any other human? What the hell?
Fuck you, Fluga. Why do I feel this way?
Ask the internet.
Oh, fuck me.